right, next up we got, especially in Hollis' early grappling journey, because Ali as well is a high-level wrestler. So
this match is interesting, and it's going to be kind of the opposite of Hollis. I'm not going to say the opposite because Ali does have the jiu-jitsu credentials, but he also has the ability to wrestle.
Yep. This is also a beginner match.
So no heel hooks, and we're going to keep it relatively safe.
I mean, Ali and Tyler will both compete in expert matches.
I agree. So they are definitely a higher level.
They're a beginner right now because Hollis is a beginner.
Correct.
So, ref, we just got a note from the rest that says if you're not engaging, he's going to start awarding points, which I think is a good incentive for especially just to keep the action.
It really does, and it stops people from really like riding a lead for a little bit, which is what the whole point of the rule set is really to prevent people from camping on a small
As somebody
event.
who does like to camp on a small event,
oh, it's a great strategy when we're watching it and commentating. As somebody who, if we're competing, I really love to sit on those advantages.
Yeah, exactly.
And conserve my
we'll something we'll talk about later in the
kill, and making these more action-packed really is what this is about.
And seeing work. That was a great ankle pick by Hollis. He wasn't able to secure any positions, but it's good to know that he can get there. And that's a nice deep guillotine. And first, Hollis was actively competing in college wrestling. Maybe his goal isn't to come out here and win these competitions. Up his technique, because 100%. he's finding when he shoots these shots and they're able to get his neck, maybe it's a good correction for having bad technique. So even as a non-jiu-jitsu competing,
it puts your head in a better alignment. It keeps you sort of in better posture, and it just keeps you a little bit more honest. And especially if you want to transition or work out of it, but even during it, I find
sharpens your general skills. That's what it's all about, getting better. And for a kid on break from school who's competing, this is a good way to stay active for him.
It is.
To not miss a beat.
He comes from a very strong wrestling background.
Comes from Shenandoah High School. He's a session champ. We were actually session champs the same year, me and Ali. He was a 182 pounder. I was a heavyweight.
And he's kept the ground. He has a professional job. He's an engineer. However, he has been grappling the entire time. So he's added a lot of jiu-jitsu to that, which really has complemented his wrestling.
And he's well-rounded in both wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
He is. And what he just did was pretty smart. He heard the call. There's about 30 seconds, about 20 seconds now before scoring starts. Wrestling credentials himself, he has far better jiu-jitsu credentials. So this is really not just
maybe he's not better credentials than his wrestling, but he's got better jiu-jitsu.
Point. So I think that in terms of skill set, he's good in both, but in terms of matching up with his opponent and playing towards his opponent's weakness, he's doing a much better job matching.
He's doing a really good job with his movement and staying out of
staying out of range. He's got to watch out for disengagement, but what I would do if I were him is and keep your chest to chest and keep it simple. Just try to stuff a leg down and pass while keeping him pinned. It's really difficult though, because this type of engagement is going to benefit Ali
in every way.
Yep.
That guard, get some points on the board, and force it back into a wrestling match, maybe, I think.
Yeah, I agree. However, getting Ali to stand up at this point, since the
only way to do it is to put some points on the dangerous triangle position. We've seen it. Ooh, that's deep.
This is dangerous for wrestlers.
That's tight. That's tight. It's deep.
And Ali's a nice guy. He's not going to do anything dangerous.
But Ali's a monster from there.
Ali is
good work.
Great match, guys.
It's really good work.
We're just getting the experience.
Getting the experience and the reps in and staying in shape for college. It's not about for him. He got in on some good shots. He got some good takedown. He got some good looks as a wrestler.
100%.
Not just as a grappler.
Ali did keep it wrestling for the first part of it. So there was some good practical experience for both of them. Yeah. And how to defend a guillotine learn how to defend a triangle choke and an armbar.
And it's also going to force him to stay in better position as a wrestler because maybe sometimes he drops his head when he gets in on the shot.
Real point. Even if his goal has nothing to do with competing here,
Still, he got great reps
in his collegiate career. So that was
and he
great.
got great reps in too. For a kid who's competing, you know, reps. It's a way to stay in shape. Yeah, stay in shape over a break, and it's way better than sitting on the couch. Maybe.
Yeah, it's even better than going for a run or something, which is also great. But this is just good practice.